of you know me from the internet, like on YouTube or Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And many people on the internet, they think that I am fake, that everything I play is fake. But I'm not fake, I swear. So I thought my first concert ever in Seoul, I'm going to show you how to do this, and that it's not fake. So, music is made of three main parts. The rhythm, the harmony, and the melody, right? We have a bit of rhythm already, the bass line, right? Sounds nice. So my right hand is completely free, yeah, and I can fix my hair. But I can do much better things with it. So let's add some punch. Let's add a kick drum, like... Now it's a groove. But what's up with the 5 fingers? All of my fingers are completely free. So let's use...
What's up, everybody? Eagle here. Just going over a few things. Usually do these every Sunday. Just a stream, kind of going over what happened in Star Citizen during the week. It's been a little dead lately, but I know hopefully we'll have a new patch coming here shortly. So we'll just keep this going, and hopefully we'll get some more content to actually talk about during the week. It is the beginning of August now. We've got 2 months until CitizenCon, even though it's going to be virtual, not in person this year. So I'd say everybody's probably trying to get ready for that. So in chat, I put the Star Citizen code. If you want to get 50k extra AUEC, as well as, depending on when you actually use that code to create an account, you can get some free stuff too from Star Citizen, from RSI. Definitely help me out as well. Appreciate everything you guys can do. The Meridian Discord link is underneath that. We have created an org in Discord, so we've created a Discord for the org that we are in. So if you guys like to play, come hang out, join the Discord. We've got some other things going on as well. And then the RSI page, of course, is the org page that we've been working on as well. So yeah, like, subscribe, all of that to this video. If you want to wait till after, just to see how I do first, definitely do that. We'll go ahead and get started. So not a lot going on this week. This week in Star Citizen was Monday, July the 28th. Ship Showdown Phase 1. I kind of went over that last year. We'll go over that, last week. We'll go over that a little bit more here coming up. Roadmap Roundup and Roadmap Update Wednesday. Thursday, just Ship Showdown, so really not anything. And then Friday, August the 1st, is the weekly newsletter. So, which I didn't actually see either, so we'll see how that goes. So not a lot going on. Ship Showdown started the 29th. I thought it was going to start the 28th. I don't know why they did it on Tuesday. But this phase is kind of just showing everything we got going on. Yeah, so this phase is just kind of showing what everybody likes. There is I think you can create a entry to the contest. That's actually supposed to help a little bit as well. Well, if you do an entry to the contest, then you actually have a chance to win a Meteor, I think, this month. So you see here, Meteor with lifetime insurance, yada yada yada. It's just pretty much making a commercial. Not a lot going on other than that right now. I think everything really starts up to 12th, so we've still got a few weeks as well. So besides that, not too much going on. If you haven't went through a ship showdown, this phase is just showing the ships. The next phase, phase 2, will be actually voting on the ships. I believe the final 4 or the final 8, it might be the final 4 you actually have the chance to purchase. That's just 10-year insurance, so not a big deal. But the F8C last year, there was another possibility for you to buy that. So some ships pretty cool. They did say, I think the Idris is not going to be available to vote on, as well as a few more ships, the Saber Raven, all of those. So not my favorite thing, but we'll suffer through it. Wednesday was the roadmap roundup. Not a lot going on. New hairstyles, 4-3. Dynamic Snow 4-3, Wicklow ships, light combat stealth suit. That's supposed to be the sniper suits. We'll see more on that. I think there was what was it? Sneak peek last week, the week before as well, of those combat suits. But we'll get more into that. And then you've got the Onyx facility. So at the time of this video, 4-3 is opened up on the PTU for all waves, I believe. Which means hopefully it's going to be coming in either next week or the week after. I'm hoping for next week. I don't really want to wait on it too long. Still haven't had no word, which this is off topic. Still haven't had any word on when the cargo missions now are going to end, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I kind of wanted a specific date where those missions quit. So still tentative Q3, Q4, and they haven't said anything about the AI FPS turrets, anti-personnel turrets for players to avoid or destroy, and that's more of a PvE challenge. Hopefully they're in there. I haven't heard too much past that. Sniper light armor. There's the light armor if you can see it. But just a few combat stealth suits. Those are supposed to be made so they can't you can't FPS ping those. I don't even think they have FPS ping in that though, so I don't know what exactly is going on. New hairstyles nobody really cares about. And then this medium utility armor Ambrose, it still says work in progress. I thought they were going to push, that they pushed that to 4.3.x, so this isn't this patch. And now that I think about it as well, this doesn't say if it's 4.3 or 4.3x. Core-Tech ladder improvements, I know that's in the PTU, as well as the Dynamic Snow locations, the Onyx facilities. We'll go over that here in a bit. Missions, mission pickup on location. There should be discovered and added to your journal when you approach or enter your designated area. I don't think that you do that, but I could be wrong. Looks like they're going to put the Mist Starlancer tag, Drake Golem, and the Anvil Terrapin in. And then we have the new Volt Laser Rifle that you guys can't see. There we go. So yeah, Volt Laser, Sniper, Zenith, Charging Mechanic, all of that. It's a little too flashy for me. I'm not 100% sure I'm actually going to want that, but we'll see. So this is 4.3 right now. So, as far as this week in Star Citizen, that pretty much ended that. However, we've got a few more minutes, so I'll keep going a little bit, if I can find it. Sorry, guys. We did have some patch notes dropping. We'll use the Evo patch notes. Make sure you guys can see that. Perfect. Alright, so this was the Evo patch notes for August the 1st. They did open that, I think, yesterday to all waves. I haven't really been playing too much of the PTU, so don't really know too much what's going on. Stability bug fixes, Onyx facilities, mission distribution updates, hangar spawning, dynamic snow, ladder improvements, and then your Volt Laser Sniper. Those are the big things. Not ready for testing. The Wickalow special ships, and for some reason the additional player hairstyles are not ready for testing. Don't know kind of what's holding them back on that. Could be wrong though. We won't go through the known issues. They always change. Onyx Facilities has a new investigation mission. Setting approximately 100 new added abandoned research locations spread throughout Stanton. So 100 newly added locations. Of course, you've got 600 total. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming they did it just so we wouldn't have a lot of contact with other players that we don't want there. So it says while the ASD has abandoned these facilities, players and mercenary NPCs alike will be exploring the derelict associated sciences and development installations to recover data, solve puzzles, and uncover the mysteries of the hazardous environments. With the release of 4.3, the first 2 wings will be available, and then the third and concluding chapter of this part of the Regen Crisis arriving the following month in 4.3.1. So 4.3.1, assuming that will be the September patch. Maybe another major patch, maybe not for CitizenCon. And then IE, of course, I'm looking for another major patch. So we'll see if it happens or not. Initial facility access, new mission giver. So I think these are the only ways you'll actually be able to mark that. And they're supposed to have... Yeah, the only way you can actually access those, from what I've heard, is actually if you call the ATC. So there's no real way to get into those facilities without actually calling the hangar, which is a little bit different. And I think they're only large hangars, so you're not going to bring a cap ship or anything there. Upon completion of the Phase 1 mission, 4 new mission tracks within the facility become available. Through the 2 wings of the Onyx facility, these must first be completed in succession before becoming repeatable in any order. So, they'll have retrieve energy anomaly data, retrieve security data, retrieve seismic data, and then retrieve power usage data. So those are the 4 missions. Take you through the 2 open wings of the Onyx facility. So there's going to be research labs, and then there's also engineering. Did hear there's going to be some radiation zones, so it'll probably be good to have a few people with radiation suits. Mission distribution. Bringing players around, so this will greatly improve location spreading where many players are attempting the same mission. We'll see if that works. And then the Volt Laser, Zenith Rifle, damage 42.5, projectile velocity, recoils low, optics 4x8, and it also has a charge and heat tracker. Rounds per minute, 492. I don't see why that would do that, but okay. Then mag size is 22. You've got some multipliers here. Fixed a few Volts shotgun things. And ammo types and stores have increased and balanced around all weapon shops. So that's a plus. Other than that, really, there's dynamic snow. We'll see how that works. But that's probably, yeah, currently snow is enabled on Stanton 4. Stanton 4 being Microtech. New Babbage, all of those. And then finally, those ladder improvements are coming in, hopefully, maybe sometime soon. So, like I said, not a lot going on. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, so that's pretty much all we have for the week. Expect a few things coming in. Hopefully have this new patch out by the end of the week this week, but we'll see. While you're on the air, so we did get a sneak peek of the week. If I can get this here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Wasn't ready for that. Completely forgot about it, actually. So Kruger has a new sneak peek coming out, Kruger Intergalactic. We did see a few months ago they were talking about the small fighter, light fighter that they may actually have coming in. So this is the sneak peek. Shorten this down a little bit. See the Kruger Intergalactic 12, 3, 9, and 6. So this should come on the light fighter. Looks like that's the internal cockpit. You can see some gauges there. This looks like it may be the steering wheel or underneath the steering wheel. Flight control system, and then looks like kind of a little dashboard there. We'll see how it goes. There were some peeps earlier, if I could find it. Totally not leaks, right? Yeah, 2955, Kruger unveiled their most ambitious endeavor yet. The L-21 Wolf is the first ship of the company developed and manufactured completely independently. Based on the original design from the Kruger, was first working on the Merlin. Retro futuristic look was beloved and deemed to be expensive to produce due to multiple manufacturing challenges. Finally building on centuries of industrial experience and skills learned during an invaluable partnership with RSI, says Kruger developed a new production technique that allows them to make the Wolf without compromise. To celebrate the exciting new chapter, Kruger also updated their logo, a sleek silver and white color scheme replaced with brash red and yellow used for centuries. The iconic bird of prey logo still remains, as it was originally chosen by Ozell because of her love of her falconry. So we'll see how it works out. I mean, the ship, from what I remember, the ship, there was like 12 different versions that could have came out of that. They were looking at one point, so still not 100% sure what that's going to look like, but hopefully it comes out with 4.3. Wasn't the biggest fan of the Meteor or any of those things, so maybe it looks a little bit better, but we'll see what's going on. The only other thing I've got, guys, so I found a Kickstarter for Ahoy. Not sure if anybody's seen that yet or not. Not sure anybody's seen that yet or not. I will go here. If it'll load. May load, may not.
Every voyage begins with a plan. A vision etched on parchment, foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become. We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
Hello and welcome to Port Royal.
So I won't go on and on about this yet. Definitely a game I'm looking into currently, though. There's Kickstarter. I think the main Kickstarter campaign already went off. Looks like it's going to be a good game. We'll see doing a little bit different. It's kind of like Star Citizen in the way that they're going to do a arena first, and then step into an open world game. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. We'll see how it goes. You got the intro. Go through that. Definitely check out ahoy.gg though. There will be a persistent world. Pretty big map. If you can see here, definitely a lot of stuff going on. Goes all the way up to Wilmington, Carolina Beach. And then goes all the way down to French Guiana. Yep. So, I mean, it's a pretty big map. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot of different ports and such. French ports, pirate ports, Dutch ports. I do want to see American ports. So they will have, that's not right, other ports, inhabited ports, terrain. Yeah, so Port Royal will be there. Big port in pirate time, 1700 times. Brunswick, Savannah, Georgia, Beaufort, Charleston, Georgetown, and then Wilmington, I guess, is the last one. So, it'd be a fun time. They also have some pirate ports. Don't know how I'm going to play yet. I have played Atlas a lot. That was one of my major games a few years ago. So, kind of excited about this. We'll see how it goes, though. I'm not pressing it 100%. There's no gameplay either, so you don't really know how it's going to go. But looks like it's going to be more of a ship naval warfare in the 1800s sim. And I'm always down for a sim game, so we'll see how it goes. They did say all ships are going to be free. They're not going to put any ships behind paywall, so that's going to be good. But we'll see how it goes. And then it also says there's uninhabited ports. Tampa Bay. You got the Keys there, the Bahamas. There's a few. Yeah, so I mean, we'll see how it goes. Release plans. They're saying sea trials in Q1 next year with Arena in Q4, and then the open world's gonna happen in the future sometime. So we'll see how it goes though. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I've got going on this week. All Star Citizen had going on this week. We'll definitely take a look again next week and see what we have going on. Like I said before, subscribe, jump in the Discord if you want. Come hang out. We do a game night on Tuesdays, just playing some random game. Thursdays we play Star Citizen, and then we also have some Star Citizen going on at the end of the week as well. So, alright guys, with that, have a good week, and we'll see you guys back at the same time next week.